All right. So as promised, we're going to do a quick look over features. We do have our orb here set for SPY. Actually, we just have the lower orb so far. So wait for that. Like I said, very possible to see a relief day today. Very, very possible. Okay. Looks like we're establishing our orb still here. We have the low on Apple. We have the low and high on SPY and Qs. So keep an eye on that. We're going to zoom through ETFs, do our weekly check here. So if you're new to how I kind of do these swing checks, I kind of zoom through them. So if you find something that you like and you want me to look at it, please let me know. If you have any questions, please let me know. But obviously, there's a ton to look through. So I'll kind of just say attractive, unattractive. What I'm doing is I'm looking at this bottom row. And here, for example, home builders is all red. So then I'm looking at the weekly and I'm saying, okay, can I see a bearish setup? Because the big boys are in charge down here, right? On the bottom. Let me turn off my crosshair so we don't die. So big boys are in charge, red down here. So I want to be also red up here, which would be my swing entries. So home builders is bearish. Triggered a 3-2 down already. Can you share your ETF later? Yeah, here. Excuse me. There it is. I'll throw it in YouTube chat as well if I can find it. Alrighty. So yeah, there's my ETFs. It's just all the major ETFs. I don't really go below that. Like I do all the X's. I don't really look through defend or anything like that right now. Maybe I will in the future. But yeah, so home builders. Let me first clear all this from last week because I don't want any like pre-bias. And also when I'm looking down here, if it is a doji like here at materials yearly, then I'm willing to go short, even if the doji technically isn't red. So XLB materials and home builders generally look pretty similar. Okay, so I'll just go through them. Communications, no. So financial, I took long the other day or 2 weeks ago. Off that, I think hammered down. Not interesting though. Industrial short. Feel like we're gonna get a lot of short triggers here with news and all that. Tech short. I actually kind of like consumer staples long. Same for real estate. No. Short, maybe. What did I do with XLE? Anything? XLE kind of still looks long. XOP looks short, which isn't good for Oxy, but I'm obviously watching Oxy individually since I'm in that stock. KMI also. SPY breaking up a little right now. So here's an interesting spot with Strat, right? So we've made our broadening formation and we've extended here. So now what I could do is look for longs, stop loss at broadening formation, TP at other end of broadening formation, and be a pretty low risk, high reward trade. Obviously, retail's not really triggering on the weekly. And in fact, it triggered 2-2 rev down. Now, what's interesting on retail is, shoot, let me get that away. So I'd be looking for, let me clean this up because that's on a different, there we go. I could be looking for an outside bar on retail this week. So I'll actually look purple here. And could go, like I said, low risk, high reward, short, or sorry, longs. This is semis, long, or sorry, short. Yeah, everything's just triggering short, man. Look at my watch list, like 2 greens and 18 reds. So, for example, right here on transportation, obviously this triggered short. We're right at entry again. So then I'm looking for possible shorts on the daily to feed back into the weekly time frame continuity. Okay, so then what we'll do is first check day trades. I might want to get into Apple here. If you can't beat them, join them type. Do wish we had our opening range high taken, but we don't yet. I'm going to grab the 560 calls SPY and the 385s Microsoft. Those are going to be the only bullish trades I take for right now. Get this one since I'm on it. It's actually below my entry still. I'm fumbling this alert. It's already up 13%. $1.28 on SPY. Getting 2.05 on Microsoft just in case this fails on SPY. 10%. Shoot, I'm doing everything wrong here. This could just be a scalp. We'll see. SPY 1.40. Just playing this open and range break, targeting pre-market highs now. And Microsoft's above pre-market highs. Which also leads into the safety trims. Those should be okay for now. Start looking at futures. Get my 4-buy here. The interval. I'll let this retest orb because it might be a breakout retest, but I'm not going to let it go much further than that. Not for a morning scalp. Really, this is one of those you go for, plus or minus 25% and then try to let runners run to high a day, which is why I got the 560s, because high of yesterday was 560 and pre-market high is 559.88, so round up to 560. That oil trade it took yesterday actually self-closed at the close. Never hit stop loss. Hopefully getting another one of those. Get this to the 5. Microsoft 2.30. Might take a futures long here. Might. Oh, I did 1 second instead of 1 minute. That was crazy. Okay, I have these up on another monitor. We'll go ahead and look at swings now. So, kind of switching trains of thought here. So once we have our setups for the ETFs, this is something that's somewhat new to me. I used to scan inside of all the stocks and then pick my favorite ones that looked good. versus now I look at ETFs kind of from what Alex Options does. Look at ETFs and then you can go into your watch list of ETFs, which there's some online you can download. But like Home Builders, for example, was one that let's look at. Oh, we're looking at XHB. So this was a short trigger, right? So then I'll go through here, filter by volume, and then I kind of have a good idea. I'd love to filter by market cap. I can do that in Thinkorswim, but obviously this is more visually appealing, so that's why. Plus, this is where all my alerts come from. So I just kind of know stocks that I've traded before. So like Home Depot, for example. Then I'll look at Home Depot, and I'll see if it looks like Home Builders in a short bias. In this case, no. So I'm not interested in Home Depot. Then I'll go and look at Lowe's. Not really interested in Lowe's. And then what I can do is if I'm kind of stuck here in between stuff, then I will load up my Thinkorswim. I know you guys can't see this, but I'll go into. Then I'll just load up my XLB materials, and then I'll filter by market cap. In the world, where's Home Depot? Wait, what am I in? XHB?
Good morning.
Morning. Yeah, I was looking at XLB. So yeah,
I
then
was
I'll go
thinking
through.
It was gonna be a good morning, and then it's like tuckering out.
Yeah, I just stopped out of SPY.
I was about to take Amazon, then could not get over that pre-market level. Not sure it's gonna be a green day yet. We'll see.
There we go.
The flippening is happening on the Qs, at least to the orb low or opening low. It's a super tight opening range for me too, like ultra tight.
Yeah,
laughable tight. Microsoft looks decent. It's way deep. Well, 377 now. Who's that wee wop?
Yeah, I'm about to go short in futures, I think.
You still like your Apple short? 222.
I'm not an Apple short.
Oh, I know, but you were looking at it.
Oh, yeah. I always try to short Apple, then I always get smacked because Apple never follows the market.
I know.
It's just the strongest stock in the market.
Little bouncy. Microsoft, Apple, just bounce on free market highs.
9:45 PMI, 10 a.m. jolts. Oh.
Jolts, yeah.
Oh, and PMI. Microsoft shooting back up.
Yeah, right off yesterday's high. Not horrible, but I gotta work on these screeners. Chicago PMI, I came in actually a little bit higher yesterday. Global PMI 50.2, slightly higher than consensus. Still barely holding on. Jolt's coming in hot right now. We shall see. Amazon, I was looking like 195, 192.50. Well, I think 195 is in the cards, but the orbs are so tight today. I'm like, I don't know that I want to do like normal distance. Apple new high, Microsoft add highs. No jolts yet. Tesla. Smack in the middle. Googs 155s. Mita doing.
Gonna limit Microsoft 2.5 here.
Flows fairly, open flat, kind of negative. Take it 0.
Yeah. So how do you interpret this vol QD versus vol D? Are you thinking
Well,
most of the market?
is SPY. QD is there's Jolts. QD
Yeah,
is um
the Qs.
QD is yeah.
Yeah, most of the market's red.
So ISM came out. I still don't have Jolts yet. Okay, Jolts 3.19, slightly lower. I don't know that stays red. That might be good, actually. Well, that was quits, so less quits. Sorry. Manufacturing price is actually not horrible. Um, Jolts is lower. So less openings, but less quits. Pretty static. But data is out.
Let's see what liquidity it's drawn.
Apple is right into resistance if we do fail. But it's somewhat holding. That one doesn't really feel like it's shorting the hole like the rest. 220 puts in at $2. If you lose orb high and pre-markets, then yeah, it's happening, but nothing yet. Oh, I might take it. I'm gonna take it. I do.
How close are we to a red day? Oh, we are red now. Shoot.
All right, 220 put at 2. Stops high day.
I'm short
There you go.
ES 2875. 10 points.
Orb low on SPY. Pre-market lows 555, spot 5 SPY. Lower day. Holding.
Not quite getting the breakout I was looking for here. I'm going to half and go stops up to 20 just to cover 5 minute. Still making higher or lower lows, lower highs until that's invalidated.
line orbs.
I think I'm going to make my first trim at 1R2, not at half. So first trim 5608.75.
Yeah, I just took a 552, but
Also thinking about closing Microsoft in profits. See what SPY does here. What are you in paper?
Apple 220s and SPY 550. I just took a 552 as random. I like 550 for the downside, but like that might take a while.
Yeah. Where are the 552 sitting at?
Now they're at 78, 76. So break even now. And red now. Oh, it's holding on. Just barely. Come on. Hey. I'll get back. I got these at 75. They're at like 73-ish. Oh, what are you doing, Apple? No, no, no. No, no, no. There we go. Pre-market lows here. Gotta take a trim on SPY. Ooh.
Closing out Microsoft calls.
That's like 40%. Oh, I got it. I got it 70.
I am going to grab those 550s as a flyer, 0.60.
Yeah,
They're
it
probably
seems like
far,
it's a
but
ways away, but that is the level.
yeah.
All right, Apple back green. So pre-market lows, I don't like it. I got to trim here because it could bounce, potentially retest orb low, which would probably put me right back to entry. These are up like, well, okay. So I got them at 71. I thought I got them a little bit lower or higher. This is last week's low. So like below that low today, then we're red on the week again. And it would probably be like accelerate downside.
I am taking half
Oddly,
R on ES here.
yeah, oddly, some of the Mag 7 still green. Amazon, Google actually pretty strong. Microsoft is looking like it's about to fall apart. There goes Apple, kind of curling, pulling back. We're green there. This is that 555 spot though. This is a big level. So I want to trim in strength, but I want to have some runners just in case it flushes. And even if I take profit full, then I might take a retest on the same exactly where it is if it breaks down and pulls back. All right, Apple back under pre-market high. Take a safety trim though. In strength. Oh, that might go deep. Google high. All right, trim Apple 240. Ain't that kind of bassy. All right, SPY rejecting pre-market lows here. Extension. This would be it. It'd be a quick day in and out, bud.
Yeah. 0.72 trim SPY.
All right, 25% on Apple. I have 50% on SPY just because it was at 70. Didn't realize it. It's in at 110, 112. Q's pre-market lows here. Net flows accelerating downside. Tick accumulating below zero. That's confluence for right now. More downside. Not bull market. If Google falls apart, that might be good. We'll see. It's got $5 to retest that 2021 low or 2022 high at 151. Is that $4? This is that weekly low. It could get springy, so just be really careful. The index level. Take pretty neutral. It's negative 400. You see negative 1,000. Take. I'll scream. Then take. But this is like slow, methodical. -5.
ES getting real close to that 20-point trim. It's at 56.0875. I'm on one tick away. There it goes. Filled there.
Like slow trip, really leading. All right, this is. Can you trail out on futures?
Manually, yeah.
130 on that SPY from 70.
I'll just trail like highs of, like in this case where it's bearish, I'll just trail highs of either 1 minute or 5 minute candles.
There goes Googs. What's a 155 put? Usually pretty cheap on gigs. Oh no, not cheap.
Goog or Google?
With the L.
155s, 250s.
You might do 152 50s at $1.60. So, again, I'm not sure that we're gonna get like an epic bleeder,
Yeah.
but if we do, cool.
So far, I mean, next level on
Yeah, look at that.
SPY.
Yeah, net flows, dude. That's just like
Yeah. Q's getting real close to that zero line.
I take another trim on SPY.
Samesies. 0.77.
130, 125. Where are the buyers? I mean, there really hasn't even been a bounce yet. What? What the fuck?
Holy airlines.
Okay, so for real, we should have gotten a better retest by now. So either it's still to come and it's gonna bounce in my face, or they're really just not around today.
Am I missing something?
Oh,
Airlines
there,
looks
there it is, there it is, there
disgustingly
it
short. Have you looked at these this week?
is. No.
UAL love.
Oh, you know, I took them long, and then I stopped out last week, and I was like, whoa. Blame UAL, dude. United literally down 50% almost from that recent high.
Yeah.
Look at this rejection.
Like
There are no
January.
buyers out here. Like, what's going on? That's such a quick rejection on that prior week low
Yeah.
for SPY. That's there's no love. They're scared.
They scared. Thinking
Not yet, at least. Let's see. I honestly like we should have had a bigger bounce by now against me on this trade, but
I
very
mean,
wild.
average week range on United is $9. So the 50s are
Dude,
not out of it.
it's that I stopped out and I didn't really look back. And you're right. That is a short. Yeah, I stopped out at like 74. It's literally $10 lower in 2 sessions. That's crazy. All right, tick's showing up here. A little bit. This is a zero line tick. Oh my god. All right, very careful here. Two down on the week right now. This is the pivot. So we had a 3 last week. If this is below here, it's 3-2 downside with a target of that 550. That's Jesse's favorite play. And I'm just not seeing a whole lot of life yet. Microsoft holding pre-market highs.
Dude, I just want to short all these airlines right now.
Shorted my stop. That's
I think I'm going to do Delta and Boeing.
So Boeing does not trade with the airlines. I will tell you
Right.
that.
Just industrials.
Yeah. But Duke
did I
had
say? Delta.
Duke had some Boeing puts the other day when it failed at 180 again.
Man, that is
Dude,
insane, the drop. What what happened? The wrong one.
I don't know, but at 220 spot 20 Apple, I got to take another trim. Hopefully I'm about 50% on those by that point. SPY is already 50%. Do what you will. Hanging out at the lows. This is another one of those moments where it's weird. Like this is where the bears have every opportunity to flush this, and I mean flush this literally right here, but that's not happening either. So it might be more neutral than bearish at this point. We'll see with tomorrow on deck. Not that anything's gonna happen tomorrow. Like I actually don't think that there's gonna be anything. I think we're just waiting for like, are there gonna be retaliatory tariffs that come up? And so like even if there's not, I don't know that that's upside for the market, unfortunately.
Where are we looking here? 37s.
Peaking below here. I don't take this Google. Top 156. That's it. That's three. That's too many. Tick coming in negative 700. Low tick of the day. Oh, look at those net flows. Whee. Should be coming on a double soon on that SPY put. I actually don't want to see SPY reclaim here. It would be more like liquidity grab look. Ooh, there it is. That retest. Positive tick here.
I'm mulling over which Boeing puts to get here.
I mean, I saw it 160 something this morning. No,
It's at 166 right now. 164's.
it might be a little low. All right, this would be stops on runners on SPY if it gets over that pre-market low.
Stops would be pretty tight. Well, kind of 20 points away. 15 points away.
Meta big bounce. Microsoft's still kind of holding in. I haven't seen Nvidia today. Oh, 107s. If this flips upside, which it looks like it might, I might take that Nvidia. Still TBD. That's he looking bouncy. He's back over orb high.
Stopped out SPY. I'm getting the Delta 35 puts. Limit 90. Let me see what I can get.
I just want to see this candle close for my SPY. It's still in.
95 limit.
It could just be that retest. Net flow is still very negative. All right, stops in. No higher. Which would mean possible reentry if it does go down. Possibly take another Google entry. She's kind of strong.
I actually like most of these consumer staples long.
It's not bullish. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take an ad on this Google. Ooh. I don't like that bounce.
I think the only thing holding me back from taking this is NFP later this week. and it's an outside bar
For
currently.
swing, yeah.
What's that?
For swings, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't keep me
Might
out
be
of
risky.
Delta. That chart, nothing could keep me out of that. If this triggers 2 down on the month and then subsequently the quarter, it's probably looking outside year.
Dude,
Which would be
they're
down
gonna
to
be like,
near my in the money.
looks bouncy. For sure, though, well, SPY is negative. I'm like, what's QD? Is vol QD? What's that looking like? Oh, it's not nearly as negative as SPY.
No.
That's the difference. Let me check in with the spaces. Peoples. Getting some really weird.
Stop, neighbor.
Oh, good morning.
Monsieur Papier.
Just check it. Took a little short or two. I trimmed on SPY. Actually, closed SPY out. I'm short a little Apple, and then I just took a stab at Google, which I don't really know if that's going to be good or bad.
Time will tell.
I will tell. I know SPY is a lot weaker than Q's today.
Data changed very quickly.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm like watching it, and I'm like, okay, well, the Bulls should step in here, but I'm not seeing anything really happen, like at
Yeah.
all. And at the same time, I'm like, okay, this is the spot where, I mean, Bears have every chance to rug this B, but also not really happening. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? No. Yeah. I took Apple 220 puts earlier. Those are
Yeah.
fine. I almost had 50%. I did get near double on SPY shorts. Um, but let's see. I mean, out of the gate, it was looking decent, and then if you just like hit the pause button for a minute and watch, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
everything's literally at the pivot. Resistance. But these ranges are getting tighter, dude.
Yeah. Get something by lunch. Back till maybe 2 o'clock Eastern. Do you like TTD paper?
I'm closing out.
Yeah.
ES.
Did you get rid of your shares?
Yeah, it was just like the whole market's like super weak. I'm like, I kind of feel like I should wait till post, well, till next week, really, if we're doing anything crazy.
Doing a little.
I mean, it's just I have to have like, if I look at it, I'm like, okay, do I want this over that? Right? Is there opportunity cost? 'Cause I still haven't done any real DD on TTD. And like, there are other stocks that I know that I want more of, but yeah, it's just like, do I want to do that or something else? Plus, I gotta have a huge stack of cash to buy a hoodie dip, if that gives me a nice dipper. If or an Nvidia dip if we see 75. I mean, you gotta grab that.
Agentic guidance and how many GPUs are needed.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane that within the last month,
Yeah.
seen a lot of new stuff. So the market could get surprised by guidance
Mhm.
and stuff as we get into earnings.
Tessie climbing a little bit here. Tessie's strongest at the opening range high. I don't know why. At high day, we got. Yeah. What time did delivery numbers come? Oh, that's tomorrow. They want better than feared.
Government energy battery contracts recently. That could be a nice silver lining. They got someone in South America country, Utah, recently also signed a big contract.
You say Utah?
Utah.
Oh, maybe that was Trevor's old contract, huh?
Filmography.
Yeah. Oh, there's the stick.
He's in Boston.
Open it. Microsoft's super low too.
Oof, holy green candle.
Did we get a tweet?
Must have. This is a 50-minute, 2-minute candle. Or 50 point. On NQ.
There's the squeezer. Hmm. All right. Well, I started be NVIDIA. If I did want to do a flipping, just back over pre-market lows. I don't know. Still really not convincing. Probably good though. All right, NVIDIA's a retest here. I'm gonna 110 call. 110 call NVIDIA, 150.
Has a really defined range since going back to last August. Is MU
Wait a second.
85 to 112, and it's made a series of lower highs. It's very tight.
You cooking? I'm gonna take a stab at this NVIDIA upside. Man, get your shit in gear. I'm gonna try.
Upside tick. We don't buy the time. Yeah. Ticks on the same side and over 800.
Oh, Googs with the break. That's an upside break. NVIDIA. I don't know. It's just that it's so fucking cheap.
So just 0.8% today versus what's good 1.4, so a little less.
Deontay, I just saw your For some reason, my Streamlabs, I was in multi-stream chat and these messages weren't coming through. That's whack.
A little
Anyways, good
slow, huh?
morning, Dante and Lorenzo.
Well, that was
Um,
actually a fast.
that was funny. Just playing that music while he was talking to Jesse. What that meant, wrap it up. I don't even know. I don't know what you're talking about. I started like a YouTube video that was real loud. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. I thought I was just not seeing any chats.
270 Tesla.
Tesla. Is that the new name for it, Tesla? We kind of have to go with that, huh?
Taking the A off and adding the ER. Tesla.
Jesse, do you show HD as like full-time frame continuity upside?
No,
The
it was
fuck?
part of shorts, but I mean the year's red, but everything else is kind of green. But it's also a new month, so the full time frame, a new month and a new quarter, so the full time frame's kind of whack on that.
Q's little TTO intraday. Well, actually, all of it. Oh, micro hard. 380. That's a comeback. She was like 360 something yesterday, huh? 367. I think you can buy Microsoft straight up equity long term.
Oh, I was muted, paper. Home Depot, it's a new month and new quarter, so like full time frame's kind of whack there, but the year's still red.
Okay. Okay. I have hour, day, week, and month.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Well,
new
it is
new
the
month.
first day of the
But yeah,
month.
it's a week. It's a green week.
This full-time continuity gives me no added benefit today.
Right.
It's like day 2 and day 2 of the week, day 1 of the month,
Right.
day 1 of the quarter.
Yeah, I look at mostly month, but if I'm swinging for a month, I'll look at quarter and maybe and also year, but year a little less weight. But if I'm doing like maybe a 1 week swing, I won't really care about the year as much. Maybe even the quarter. Man, back up to our orb high. Microsoft
Yep.
way high.
Yeah, I'm looking at Microsoft like 385s. But I'm like, these are kind of well, no, they're a little bit cheaper now. I'm in the Nvidia still. Pretty close to break even. I think it's kind of chilling. This could be like the flippening. See if there's any like long-term stuff going out yet. April 4th, 380. Whoa, no. Sold, May 25. Sold.
Gap. And that gap starts just over 137. Lagging down there yesterday's high. Right above the 9. Waiting to see how he plays it out. Okay, here we go into yesterday's low. Sorry, 489 on NQ. Amazon resumed drone deliveries in Texas and Arizona. They just hit yesterday's high right here. Those highs.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nuts. Rivian. What the fuck? Dude, like for real, what the fuck, Rivian? Am I missing something? No, no, like a headline, like that's a lot.
Being up, but Tesla falling. Could be getting some, anti-Elon.
Speaking of Tesla, new high.
In the U.S. Yeah, they do because a lot of their thing is from the U.S. Like 80 or 90% of cars.
Pre-market highs across the board at the index level. Ooh, careful. Net flow is just coming in on 0. If we use like when we have a negative day, this will tag that 0 line on Vol D sometimes, and then just like insta reverse.
If you used it for your entry, you'd have gotten in. If you wanted long or waiting, you've gotten it on the 0 tick at about 10:48.
I'm not sure. This might be a short entry. No lie. It's about QD. Oh no, QD is actually positive. Kind of positive. Maybe it's not. Maybe it stays. What's the Nasdaq tick, BK again? Q. I can't find this symbol. Oh, I'm not using the dollar sign. Jesus Christ. Let's use a fucking hashtag. Tick /Q on toss.
Squire, good to see you, bro. Also, my Katie's never been below 1, by the way. And you've also never been number 1 on the leaderboard when I'm in the same lobby as you, by the way. Spy calls, printing, thanks for the call. That was paper, not me. I just closed. I didn't flip.
Whoa, look at that Volcano. Hello. Oh, does that mean Xpeng and Liado are also?
Nine.
Hmm. What's the what's the big one? Fuck, I don't remember the name.
BYD.
Yeah, or the ticker.
No. But I don't think that's
Is it an ADR? Tesla. Tesla.
Jeez. I hear you in the background just talking Tesla. Then I look over. Microsoft, though. Did
Oh
you
yeah,
trigger? Did you get that?
I ended up just buying some stock just now.
Yeah.
'Cause I actually like that entry longer term, but I didn't catch the options in time.
Ooh, I actually do really like that entry for long term.
Yeah.
Trading. If you're trading options and you're not at least holding your positions for at least $1 gain on the underlying stock, at least, and not even that, in my opinion, the whole
It's stunk with
if
the
you're
N.
not at least trade, you're only doing a disservice to yourself doing that. Okay.
It's with an N.
Options, unless I'm catching at least $1 on the line, I shouldn't be trading futures, which I absolutely am catching way more than trading futures.
I think you mean options. What are you talking about? You're flip flopping, Jordy. Jordy's not muted. He means to be muted. When SDS.
Into that imbalance. Yes. 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 Still it's not. Well, I didn't press delete in that, bro. I want to delete the SMT. Delete. Invalidated. Yo.
high.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I unmuted?
It's okay. We know not to play options. You're not holding for a whole dollar bill.
But I was confused because he kept saying options, and he would say futures, then he'd say options, and it was futures. So I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. I think he's talking about options right now.
Yes. I mean, do you agree?
With what? I think you were talking about. Are you talking about options? Yeah, I mean, I, I don't. Yeah, like, no, I do agree. It's hard. It's hard. I definitely agree. You know, I'll hold trades for my average time in market is like, no. It, yeah, it's like strike is a factor too. SoFi curling to the highs. Um, so like people try to trade like a penny stock, like SoFi. You're not usually gonna get $1. Like if they're trading options on a $10 stock, it's basically a fucking penny stock when it comes to options. But 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 you can get Mikey. You just got okay. But you can get like volatility increases, but it's not something you can rely on. SPX though, because options are all about net dollar moves. 100%. That's what it's all about. Net dollar moves on SPX. That's money, baby. That Rivian bounce is wild, dude. I would love Hoodie to break out, but so not anticipating that. Sitting at 42. Like, Hoodie's supposed to be at 38 so I can buy some more. And it's not. It's irritating.
I keep breaking up the round pot.
Uh,
We have a time for the tariff announcement tomorrow. It's 4 p.m. So market won't be open.
eh,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Closer to lunch, I don't like that.
Amazon new high. Dude, it's 8 a.m., Jordy. Son of a bitch. What's for breakfast?
Wicked late.
Dude, you gotta you gotta do the non-alcoholic mimosa. You gotta try it. No. It's orange juice and Red Bull.
Orange juice and Red Bull.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking money. It's really good. Dude, you kind of have to today. I might pull a Red Bull out of the fridge because I happen to have an orange juice here. Well, you suck. Sophie, what are you doing? So like options, Jordy, I might not have to get $1 on Sophie, but if I can grab, let's say, a $12 call as it's passing through $12, that will net something similar. Intel.
Because like you
Dang,
don't
dude.
need to hold on. The options would move a lot.
What?
On small.
Yeah, because you get it's more about velocity on those. Dude, what's up with the Wally Mart? The Waltons, are they buying their stock back or what? Because the fuck?
I told you I want to go long there.
No, dude, I'm not talking about that shit. I don't know what the fuck that is. What is that? What is that shit? I don't even know if we're talking about a stock right now. Are we talking about stock? Because I think maybe not. Yeah, you. Oh,
Faithful. Okay. You're charming us with
BK, I see what you did there. Walmart $90 call. It is funny.
All right,
I
paper. I'm
can
going to hand
swing
this
the
over
call.
for you. Get the kid. Where am I?
How about him?
I just closed. Typically, just
No.
see if she's got some more Momo to go higher.
Dude, Casey, look at that. Look at that net flow today. Is that wild? The
Dude,
the
Alright,
flippening.
I'll see you
the
YouTube
flippening.
probably Thursday.